We're now doing a factory tour here in the Tatsuno Europe factory in Blansko, Czech Republic. All the dispensers for the European market are manufactured and assembled here, like the Ocean Line dispenser, for example. Today we have been invited to the first distributor conference of Tatsuno in Europe. I'm here with Hiromichi Tatsuno, who is the third generation president of the company. Your company was founded nearly, 100 years ago, 1911, by your grandfather, Uchi Tatsuno. So can you tell me, how has the company developed over the years?
We started the production of the pump in 1919. That was the year my father was born. And then we started producing different kind of variety of the equipment for the service station, like a lubricant changer or level gauge or a POS system, as well as depot systems. And also we are focusing on the construction as well as the maintenance. And we have about 600 people are working for maintenance in Japan. And Tatsuno has started exporting to Asian countries first, and then we are focusing on the maintenance. And in Thailand, we are doing the maintenance by ourselves. And in India, also we are trying to making a maintenance network over there. So we developed not only the pump or products, but also those services as well.
Tatsuno is a leading supplier in Asia, so what are the challenges for an Asian company to establish themselves on the European market?
What a challenge. Well, the European market is a well-established market, and it's quite different from, I think, from Asia. Asia is rather the developing countries. There are many developing countries, but whereas Europe is the more matured countries. And whereas for our point of view, maybe the biggest challenge could be the communication. We have to get to know this market well, and we have to know the people, and we have to know, we have to keep contact with our potential customers and existing customers more. But whereas in Asia, the distance from Japan and to those countries are much shorter, so much easier to access. So we have to put more effort to do the business in this European market, I think.
And so are the trends in the market, are they similar to those in Europe, or are there different trends in Japan?
Japan also matured market for petrol industry. So the number of the service station has been declining, just like in Europe. So in that sense, the West Europe and Japan is more or less, I think it's same. But the other part of the Asia is quite different. Like in Japan, there are not many service stations with convenience stores. But in Europe, most of the convenience stores are attached to the service station. That's different,
And so what are the main issues or the main topics in the market today in Japan?
Well, I think at this moment, I think after the 3/11 earthquake and tsunami and nuclear accident, after that big disaster happened, we are under the stage of the reconstruction of those disaster-stricken area. And at the same time, all the Japanese area are waking up against to those unexpected calamities. So the people are trying to prepare for those next calamities. So we are working for supplying some new devices, new equipment for those new service station network.
Yeah, after that earthquake that happened this year, we understand that Tatsuno has not been affected very much of this, which is very fortunate, of course. So how has that affected the business in general?
Okay, although we didn't be affected by the tsunami or earthquake, but our suppliers, some of our suppliers, was hit by the tsunami, and we had a difficulty to get some parts from those suppliers, so that affected our production to export overseas. And at this moment, reconstruction is now in the process, and we are rather busy to work for the reconstruction in those areas. So my other company, it's both. It was affected in a short period, but now now we are entering into the reconstruction stage. So it's getting better, I think.
Okay, that's very good to hear then. At the beginning of this year, you have established Tatsuno Europe. So can you draw us an image on the European structure?
Okay, we had been have a Tatsuno bench before, and we changed it to Tatsuno Europe this year. And we have about 70 people are working in this company and producing the pump. And the core component, the hydraulic component, come from Japan. And we also have distributors in all over Europe. Now we have about 25 distributors in European region.
Okay, so what countries are you specifically focusing on?
At the same time, we established Tatsuno Rus in Russia this year. So we think that Russia is a so huge market. So I think it's a potentially it's a big market. But at the same time, I feel that we are challenger in this whole market, every market. So we are trying to focus in each market. But especially Russia is big, so obviously, naturally, we have to put more effort in Russia, I think.
From your products marketed in Europe, so what exactly comes from Japan and what is manufactured in Europe?
At this moment, only the pumping unit, the hydraulics components come from Japan, and the rest of the parts come mainly from Europe and anywhere all over the world. And the pump itself designed and produced in Bransko, Czech.
What trends do you see influencing your business in the future?
Okay, as for the petroleum business, I think the oil companies or dealers are looking not only the products, but also the overall securities, overall the efficiencies, so that we have to cope with this kind of the requirement. We have to concern about more security as well as total cost of ownership, and that's one issue. And as for the long-term point of view, there are going to be many different kinds of fuels coming. Maybe EV, the electric vehicle, is one of them. Maybe I think the future of the automobile could affect us a lot. And I think those automobile could be diversified, not converging to just one type of the automobile or energy, so that we have to invest in many different, areas, not only the petroleum but also the gas or the hydrogen, or maybe the EV. Also, maybe we can find peculiar roles in that area as well. Whatever the fuels changing, we are trying to develop to suit to the new situation, I think.
And provide a solution.
And provide a solution.
What are your targets for the future? So what do you want to achieve in, let's say, 5 years' time?
In Asian market, we are the number one market share. So in Europe, I also wish to succeed, just like in Asia, but we are still small in this market. But fortunately, our market share has been edging up year by year. So I think with the good partners in each countries, I hope we can achieve our objectives in the future.
And so in your expansion plans, do you also consider acquiring other companies, for example?
At this moment, I don't have any ideas to acquire the new companies. Actually, the start of the Tatsuno Europe, the former Tatsuno bench, is not an acquisition, but it's a kind of the development of the corporation. Its corporation just turned to be the new company. So at this moment, I have no idea, no plan to acquire any other company.
Today, this has been the first distributor conference for Europe here in Blansko. What were your objectives for this event, and do you think it was successful? Do you think people have learned a lot?
I think, I hope all the distributors enjoyed and learned a lot from this first distributors conference. But this conference focused on mainly technical matters. We introduced a new pumping unit, and this pumping unit has a lot of new features. So I hope they learned a lot, and I'm also expecting or planning to have this kind of conference every year. And through this conference, we can those among distributors, they know each other well, and also we have all over European network, and I think we can educate them, and also we learn from them, and I think this is a very effective chance to have this kind of conference, I think.
Thank you very much for inviting us here. Arigato.
Thank you very much.